That's not even true though. Chat. Every interaction I've always had with this guy in real life was on stream, and that didn't happen though. I don't. Is he seeing things? I don't get it.
Actually, she's the goat. The goat is still massive. We have to glaze the goat for glazing the goat. Now glaze the goat. So I've glazed him before. This video is called Adjusting for Maximum Reaction by activating for 1 hour.
46 months, are you ready to welcome me?
If you want maximum reaction, you get maximum reaction.
I don't get it. Chat, these links are weird today. Okay.
True.
Chat, anything crazy chat on direct today or not? He said WXCW, Jinxie, W Speed.
WXQ.
I don't know what any of this
Yeah, actually,
means.
he's the
I'm
goat.
not reading that shit.
He's the goat.
Oh, oops. One.
Pizza Hut.
One.
You like that a lot? You sure?
Yeah.
Alright.
8.
Two.
Whataburger.
3.
2.
2.
4 maybe.
Taco Bell.
3. 4.
You don't even know what that is. Oh, Popeyes.
4.
You don't gotta go that fast. You can just like choose.
5.
Cause it's 5 guys.
We did learn how to count in school, yeah?
6.
Do you even know what In and Out is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like a Mexican.
No, it's not. Dunkin' Donuts.
Ooh.
7.
7.
Cocky.
You don't have to pick like the next number. KFC?
8.
Okay.
9.
Last one. Where are you gonna put it?
10.
Oh. Who would have guessed that?
Oh, oops.
Let's see the comments.
Colon 33. 57 months. Now meow meow meow, you hear me, Mr. Cow? Meow meow.
There were no signs.
Chat, I'm just more impressed about how solid the structure is. Because look, chat,
I mean, it's made of
tumbles
steel, man.
Look. Bing.
It's all steel, though.
Oh, because it's triangles.
Yep.
Chat, it's because of the triangles.
Just like in
Brother, can I get one, please?
Poly Bridge. You build the
20,
steel
okay, that's good
triangle,
price. Can I get one?
even if it's over budget,
Okay,
it just
one plate,
never
yeah.
breaks.
Thank you. You okay? Alright. Oh, what has this man got here? Wow, okay, lovely. Gonna put some vegetables on this too. And what's this one? Sounds amazing. We'll go for some newspaper. I have 50. Wow, honest Matt on the food. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh wow.
Yep. But this is okay. This is
That's
okay. Thank you.
disgusting, man.
This is
No,
okay.
no
Okay.
washing hands.
You keep. That's okay. Thank you. You keep. No, you keep. You keep. For you. Thank you. Thank you. Are you okay?
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got the mystery pot dish. It smells absolutely amazing.
Yeah, he's not eating that. Alright, once he saw the money on the food, no. You don't want that. You're gonna be shitting water for the next 2 months. True.
Huh? I don't get it.
When it's
Chat, what does it mean?
when it gets above 20 degrees, and then there's a bunch of insects outside. The fly, especially the flying ones, though.
Okay, sorry, I thought I didn't hear
Right.
that.
The next couple of months, all I'm gonna be feeling is every time we go outside, I'm gonna be feeling the insects crawling on my skin. It's Alright, these people will call me crazy, but I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. They'll be there, outside, crawling on my skin. And I can feel them. And they're real. Don't call me crazy, I'm right. And you know I'm right.
I'm not gonna, like, in all respect and all honesty, like...
But you just don't want to admit it. But Ecstasy is the GOAT. The GOAT is still massive, and we have to glaze the GOAT for glazing the GOAT too. Now, glaze the GOAT as I've glazed him before.
I don't remember ordering tabs.
What?
Oh my gosh, those supposed to let they on that. Yo, I don't want no.
Chat, what's up with these pants? I feel like, chat, everybody's been wearing either the pants with the flowers or the pants with the weird cross on it. Like, everybody's wearing the same
just some
pants.
zesty shit.
Like, what is that?
Or they're thugs. They're not thugs. They act like thugs. And they dress like thugs. It's a form of zest. Or it's cultural thuggery.
He has all 7 balls, dude.
Right?
Interesting.
It's a part of the fashion. It's just zesty. They're just zesty.
Just got my paycheck. Guess
But
how
and
much I made?
for the record,
When next haircut?
$1,000.
being zesty is not being gay.
Yes, sir.
Or being gay is being zesty. Gay people are zesty. Zesty people are not necessarily gay.
Subs to Ludwig.
Or if you're gay, bisexual, whatever the fuck,
I mean, it's not a
you're
bad
zesty. But if you're zesty, you're not that. You can just be zesty and be zesty.
People in that chat that need those subs.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I'm
The
just
same
good
thing.
for humanity.
Dude, no, you're not.
No, I am, bro.
What do you gain from donating to him instead of like a charity?
Yo, how about Twitch? The colossal, like 20-year plus in the industry company, just changed the algorithm to choose live viewers and gifting subs, like Kick does. Hey, hold on. Hey, yo, Kick is doing that, and they're brand new. What's your excuse, Busta? Ooh, is it that live viewers, if they get the sub, they don't see the ads? Hey, hold on. Stay with me now. If you're sub, you don't see the ads, and the gifted subs go to bots and the random followers that aren't even live right now. Hold on. How is that ironic? Explain it.
I got a gifted sub one time. I got a gifted sub one time. It was November 2024. I got a gifted sub by some dude from Russia.
Chat.
I don't know who he is.
If you want to go on a
he
walk,
gave me
why
a
don't you
gift
just go on a
sub.
walk in places where you walk though. Why do people go and walk in places and then they have nowhere to go? I don't get it. When I'm at a place, I want to go somewhere. I march with purpose. Why do people slow walk every
Because they're talking and they're
fucking where,
fat.
dude? Like, we got places to fucking go to, man. Bro, we're fucking dying.
They're
dying.
fat,
You're
inferior,
dying too.
short,
We're
and
all
slow
fucking dying
in the
slowly.
head.
I don't want to be
And
dying.
so they're
doing
slow in the
nothing. I
head,
got shit
so they
do,
need
man.
to. They
I'm
can't do 2
confused.
things at once. They either walk or talk, and they're talking, so they're a bit slow in the head. They need to focus only on talking all the time, and they're just slow in the head, right?
Okay, thank you, man. Wait, that's me.
The new Face House
Also,
member.
same outfit
Also
again.
check out this cool video.
Chat, everybody just has the same one outfit then.
Yeah, imagine being a streamer.
Wait, true.
Like, your life is literally the Truman Show.
What, fool?
What's up, bro?
It's just 1-to-1. You are Truman, except you're even aware of it, right? At the start, you did it on purpose. You're Truman.
Wait, true. Hey, man. Or go to sleep on like the bed that has like all the fucking snow coats on it. I guess that was like a Quebec thing. I guess maybe Chat doesn't know. Oh wait, Chat knows! Chat knows! Chat knows! Holy shit!
Probably Canada shit, yeah. Yeah, weather in Europe is very good always. Even if you're from fucking Norway, the weather is still good.
The fuck? What is that?
Always. It's a little bit of rain sometimes, but other than that, it's just good all the time.
You keep saying like...
And a bunch of suckers, they keep talking about moving to the Mediterranean for good weather, not realizing that the weather on the Mediterranean is shit. Right? If you want to actually have good weather, move to France, Germany, any of the actual continental parts, not the Mediterranean. You're gonna have hot summers that are also dry as fuck, and you're gonna be burning, and the entire winter is gonna be raining bricks the whole winter. It's so bad, man.
True. We've seen this joke
Right,
like 10
burning
times,
trees,
but true though.
forest fires, dog shit. Don't move to the Mediterranean, dude. And the countries are all shitholes. Right.
Now it's too much now though. Now it's too much now though. Yeah, now it's too much now. I think it's kind of killed it a little bit. It was funny though, but yeah.
Dairy Queen closes in 10 minutes. Dairy Queen closes in 10 minutes.
I can't relate to that. Chat, I was a little brother. I was a little brother.
Oh no! She's dead! She's dead!
Wait, chat, I would do that all the time.
Oh no! She's dead! She's...
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
The pulse is coming from the balloons.
What's up, Dave?
Pushes the key back.
Dude.
Discomfort and confusion.
Then the camera died.
She doesn't know.
Hey, huge shout out to Ubisoft for sponsoring the stream for real, man. You can get this game on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, bro. Make sure y'all click the link in the panel.
Please click the link in the panel, y'all. Download the game yourself.
Check it out.
Good play, man. W section of the stream.
W segment. Shout out Ubisoft again.
Imagine thinking that bro. Imagine they're watching a stream.
Straight.
They don't get that much. Chat, they don't get, people don't get that much.
They only care about
I can't even
just
take a
getting it out
shower
there.
around here without
right?
you guys screwing things up.
As long as you just don't slander it straight up.
Is this funny or what? Yeah, this one.
Do Muslims eat 30 days? Do Muslims... Damn, eat 30 days. Do Muslims eat... Do Muslims eat... Do Muslims not eat every 30 days during Ramadan?
During Ramadan.
Do Muslims eat during Ramadan? Do Muslims...
Goggle.com.
Bro, I can hear you guys. I had this problem. I can hear you guys through the controller.
Goggle. Goggle.com.
XQCL.
Okay, the settings in the game or on the console.
Cheating to beat XQC, the rank 1 god.
Okay, the setting of the console or the setting of the game.
2 years, much love XQC. Love the content as always XQCL.
Okay. Game settings, audio, Speaker. Telling him to stop using the mic.
Thanks for the content, XQCL.
Chat, it's a true story.
I was there.
Chat, it was the first and only time where I had a live sponsor tell me to do or not do something. But I felt bad because it's true though. I mean, chat, I was screaming in the mic. I was saying it's a bad mic in the game, but the mic's not bad. It's just that I was screaming in it.
Chat, is there an Enderman biome? Yes or no? One, you're right next to the edge. One skeleton, one arrow, one shot, 3 hours 30. GG.
Oh.
On me.
Eat.
I mean, classic.
What happened? Daniel, just say you're right next to the...
Eat.
Unlucky really.
Iowa, and now we're looking at 1st and 15, so Jay Baker, him being so bad, they actually get a reset of down. The game felt so bad it gave it to them. So Jay Baker...
What the?
Hi chat.
That's insane!
Holy fucking shit, man.
So, what about the people that are in the car though? Does that break their head?
Fuck with DJ when
Yeah, they do.
No, I blocked him.
Interesting.
I can't relate. Only the peasants can relate.
Abru, where my hug at? Ginger.
Beautiful day to sell some fentanyl.
True.
Yeah. True.
Anyway, chat. What else, chat, did I miss in the last couple days, chat? Chat, I was away for 1 day.
Also,
can you believe that?
Meth and cocaine aren't nearly as bad as people make it up. Especially nicotine, by the way. Nicotine isn't bad, yo. It's mostly that the tobacco also has 28 other chemicals that cause cancer. But it's not the nicotine though. Nicotine isn't that bad, bruh. And let's just skipping. That's just skipping.
Interesting. Do it. Wait, did I miss something? Wait, Chad, that's just skipping, but like, that's just skipping.
It's skipping, yeah.
Dude.
But I've seen this video recently where people just
Big 25.
They do some AI garbage, some slop, and then they pretend they invented something generational. When in reality this is just skipping.
That's what he's doing though.
I saw some idiot put you go in with an intersection with the cars and you put a little rectangular road in front so they can go around. But that's just a roundabout. It's just a large roundabout that takes up way more space for no other benefit, except people are going to drive too fast more likely and cause more accidents. They're just reinventing the wheel worse. It's like reinventing the wheel but making it square. It's just shit.
Yeah.
Right?
I was doing it.
And then they pretend like it's some generational invention. It's gonna solve fucking traffic. The reality is...
No! What the fuck?
The reality is, how you actually solve traffic is to make cars so expensive the peasants can't afford them. Because cars are for peasants, right? Only peasants drive cars.
Chad, that's Texas.
If you're not a peasant, the only time you're ever gonna drive a car is just
Texas street, I think,
as a form of entertainment, not to get from A to B. Right? Only peasants do that. The way to solve it is by getting rid of the peasants, making life worse for the peasants in every way, so they can't afford it, right? Making cars more expensive. And well, they deserve to have a shit life because they're peasants, of course. They're inferior. And inferior people
No way.
get to have an inferior life for being inferior. It's just fair, to be honest, right? It's fair. So, you make life worse for the peasants, and then you make it better for the superior people among us.
Interesting.
Among us.
What is it? Elon Musk knows that she will be willing to go on a Sunfire stream after the soft invite.
70 months.
If we can invite on, totally. Interesting. That's cool. Alright.
And how are you gonna walk on your socks and put holes in them when you're over the age of 5?
Right, chat, what else we got
8,
today?
I mean 8.
Anything else, chat?
Dog, there's no way you actually put holes in your socks when you weren't a child anymore.
Was that Beijing? Cat
Channel
time,
number
cat
1.
time.
Means blocking the signal.
Basically, it's the receptor of the laser thing over here. It doesn't do it, and you can't change the channels or whatever if you have the hand on it. So that one guy does that, and the other guy can't change channels. So that's why it's funny, because that with the siblings, because it's funny.
Yeah, he's blocking the signal.
Alright, let's cut some bread with something sharp. Oh, that's lovely. Bread.
Classic.
I wish that I was good enough. If only I could wake you up, my love, my love, my love. I wish that I was good enough. If only I could wake you up, my love, my love, my love.
Yo, I just joked the band director. I got a brand new saxophone.
I don't know what that is.
What is that, chat? What's that?
No idea.
Oh, a Roadhouse roll. It's food. Fake. Ah.
Holy.
Oh, okay, no shot then.
Fuck with DJ 1K. No.
We just watched that. Chat. When you get
What does the screen look so colorful though?
And you surf right there. Right.
That must
right
have some
there.
contrast enhancer on it, no?
Anyway.
Or it's just the camera adjusting because it's cloudy out maybe.
I don't want to touch that today. Scary.
Classic.
Ooh. Chat, I had this. I had that. I had this, but in purple. I had this, but in black. Yo, you guys need to stop with this fucking rich thing. It's so fucking annoying. Chat, I understand, chat, that you were a bitch ass, okay? Me and my brother, we worked. We worked. What?
24 وراح الحين نسحب منو يا ترى صاحب الحظ السعيد اللي راح يفوز في هذه السيارة. سيارة كاديلاك سكاليت موديل 2024. ونقول ألف مبروك لفاطمة جمال. ألف مبروك لفاطمة جمال.
What? Wait, what? Did he just write the fucking name right there on the spot?
ونقول ألف مبروك لفاطمة جمال. ألف مبروك لفاطمة جمال.
Yo, I just joked the band director. I got a brand new saxophone.
It's
also,
the...
This was shit. This was shit. I mean, I'm pretty sure they discontinued those really quick. Chat. The
I've never
Splash
had this.
Battle.
I don't know what
Splash
the
was
fuck this
hard
is.
though. Splash was a hit. Chat, you remember the Splash of that? Yep.
Is this
Kiwi
toothpaste?
strawberry. Hard.
Gum. Who the fuck eats gum?
I'm gonna blow mind. Okay, it's on a rich kid take.
Hey!
When they were releasing the product,
Don't do it,
they were
fucking
doing
baby.
some promotional events, and one of them was they would put.
It's a little cat. You're gonna kill it.
In the Sundays, Saturdays, papers, and we would have a bazillion, and the clients that didn't tip when it would do, we wouldn't give them the gum. I would keep it for myself in a box, and we had gum for literally the entire year. Hey, I don't give a fuck. The client that didn't tip, they didn't get no gum. No gum, no sample, nothing. I don't give a fuck. I mean, that's fucking disgusting. What?
What's this guy been eating? What the fuck? Ah. Jesus, man.
Wait, where are the roaches at, though? I feel that's fake. Yeah, they just put dirt on there, like just for shock value.
XQCL.
What else, chat?
Yeah, I get in the side of the controller, not on the console
Yeah, but I
itself.
still buy that though.
Because you don't touch
Wait,
the
these
console.
are
all
still
the time.
available for buy.
Right.
I still buy them.
I did my dance one time on TikTok and went viral with it.
Who?
Never like that again. Last warning.
XQCL, thanks for everything, Marjuice.
Last warning. Never like. You linked it twice, mods.
Ban him.
W in the chat.
My fault. We just got back from church. Look what my
My
father's
name is
doing.
Walter Hartwell White.
I gotta make
Sorry, I heard some shit. I wasn't paying attention.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87104.
Meatball.
Confession.
nice meatball there. You want one too?
What's it on the left though? What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
Is that a cow head or a squid or what?
What can I say? Does it get better than this?
Sausage and a meatball.
God bless, guys.
That was disgusting.
What? It looks good, but I don't know what's in there, man.
Give me nicotine. I need nicotine. Disse lo scheletro schiavo del fumo, implorando.
Alright, chat, no more of that. What else we got there, chat?
Scratar.
48 years XQCL.
Brother man. Okay. What else we got there, chat?
I don't know.
Fireship. Yeah, so there's a new AI shit that was coming out. Lots of people on Twitter.
Lunchables were rich people shit.
Real shit.
My boss is watching me.
Cat chess.
I think he's one of them. That's what I was told by the strange man with the briefcase who keeps showing up inside of my house. He said there are those who seek to keep the threshold closed. Uh-oh. And my boss is one of them. He's always been one of them. This whole time. I don't know who they are, but I have to open the threshold. The sequence of symbols I see when I close my eyes.
Oh, funny. Last TikTok chat, I don't want this. Yeah, but why though?
They move them? I don't know.
I'm skipping. Let's see.
About it real quick, bro. Aiden got unbanned, okay? And my the face comms is going crazy right now, bro. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. And I just want to say this, bro. Okay? Listen. Oh, wait. The comms have been going apeshit, bro. All right? Hashtag fence sitter, bro. I'm not going to fence it. I'm going to say exactly my opinion, bro. And Davis, you keep getting on my dick.
A sonic clip with Jason W.
Me personally.
The what?
Me and Aiden.
What clip?
A problem, bro. Me and his comm, though. It's still AR loyals. They're weird, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They're still weird to me. But he did a good thing in deleting his comment, bro. So because I did get doxxed by the AR loyals, bro. Pizzas was sent to my house for however long. You know what I mean? But me and Aiden personally, I had no problem with Aiden ever, bro. So stop painting the narrative.
That's something else after. Which one though? I didn't see it.
That's not a real thing. So chill out with the fuck Aidens, all right? I've always, as y'all know, Faye speaks highly of him in the house, bro. So I can't form my own opinions because I have never met him.
You mean that?
Okay, so yeah. So y'all can say whatever y'all want. The opinions don't really matter to me, bro. I don't really care, but hey.
So we already watched that, no?
And my twin weren't. And he would try to constantly get us to play ranked with him, and I'm like 90% sure it was just because we could carry him.
It was all nice there.
And I was like a 12-year-old Hanzo main who was like barely in silver. He was a bronze Torbjorn main. He was fucking dog shit, awful, like god awful. So no, I don't believe the fucking.
Oh wow.
Like,
Poro PLS,
I am
Poro
a pro
PLS.
Path of Exile, whatever the fuck. Like, no, the fuck you are not. This is so cringe. Why would you even pretend to be like? And my twin were.
Well, dude, I can't be honest with you, chat. Guys, out of all things that people are mad at Elon Musk about, chat, guys, I know I'm gonna sound like some offended gamer, okay? I think that one of the worst things that Elon did is lying about his gaming credentials. I think it's one of the most verifiable lie out there. It's just not it's just untrue. It's impossible. And I don't know why he's so adamant about dying on that hill. I don't understand why he just doesn't let go of the bite. Like, just let go. I don't get it. What is the question mark? The guy did not do all that. Nobody can still believe that Elon is like the GOAT player. Like.
Can I get a welcome to the jungle for always juicing Plug DJ during our DGen streams? D.
Rabies.
How's that the worst thing you did? How's that the worst thing you did? What were we talking about? I forgot.
6 years of my life spent here. Loved every day of it. To another 6+ years. Have a good day, y'all, and happy.
Lorsque t'as les jambes en compote, le bonheur ça devient s'asseoir. J'ai les yeux qui collent comme l'urine sur le pissoir. Dans mes pensées, y'a plusieurs univers avec plusieurs ennemis.
What the fuck is that?
Dans la réalité, dis-moi qui va prendre parti. Dans le cerveau, oui, y'a beaucoup de plis. J'écoute les avis, mais j'ai de la peine à en prendre parti. Oui, je reste.
I can't translate. I think he's saying, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't really know much about what I just watched. Interesting. Alright, what else we got? I've seen people do that. I've seen people do that.
I don't know what this is.
Chat, like 35, 40-year-old dude with gray hair, they love that shit. Bro, they see him at the gas station, dude. They love that shit. See, chat agrees. Okay, why did halfway through my sentence you guys say yes, true, and as soon as I show chat, you guys all say you. I'm like, what? How does it make any sense at all? That's so awful. What?
Your hands don't look like this while you're eating your lunch. You must be a liberal sissy. Must be a sissy.
All right. Okay, chat. What else we got to do? Anything else, chat?
Yo, I just joked the band director. I got a brand new saxophone.
That's my dad. That's my dad. That's my dad. I'm going from Costco. I need the whole squad over, and we wait like 10 minutes outside. Crazy.
I'm sorry, little bitch. I did not cheat. Believe me. I was just getting my dick sucked by Lil Phoebe. I'm sorry, little bitch. I did not cheat. Believe me. I was just getting my dick sucked by Lil Phoebe.
Do you want a cup of tea? Dad. Dad? Dad, do you want a cup of tea?
And it's like super hot.
Come here. Do you want a cup of tea, Dad? Dad, do you want a cup of tea? Alright. Let me know when you finish.
Jeez, dude. So why don't you just shut the water off at the back? What? Shit, there's no way he's 165.
No fucking helmet.
It's insane.
No elbow knee protectors.
Play with a girl's heart, she has only one. Play with her boobs, she has two.
What the fuck?
Don't be a pussy, eat one. Eat one.
What the hell?
Don't eat pussy, you won't get one.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Every girl needs a tongue massage, give one. Don't be a pussy, eat one. Eat one.
Eat
Monday, tongue day, wet day, first day, freak day, sex day.
What the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, but why is it catchy though?
Orgasm day, are you coming?
Where is he from? Turkey?
Monday.
Yeah, I'm the Elden Lord.
Chat.
You guys ever cup your
Did you also think the final boss was so easy? Because by the time you get there, you're so over leveled for that shit.
Gonna care about this anyway.
You just beat it. The one before was harder, no?
About being a King Slayer.
Way harder.
Pre-nerf, WoW King Slayer. That's Chad.
Because the big massive guys, they're easy. So the final boss is easy. You just stand behind them so they can't hit you. And the other one, the Radagon, he was also easy. Because every attack he did was predictable. He didn't try to juke you out, no delayed shit. And not really fast things where you have to get away. You can just roll and you win.
This is absolutely
Right.
the most ridiculous
Because
thing in the world. A 35-year-old man
Millennia, for
mysteriously
example,
grew 10
you cannot just
centimeters
roll
within
because
a month.
she attacks too
When he went to
fast.
the
You need to
hospital
get
for a
away.
checkup, the doctor told him
Yeah.
it was a case of secondary
Or
development. But the strange part is, at 35
Morgoth,
years old,
he does a
the
delayed
man had
attack to
long
try and
passed
bait
the
your roll,
developmental stage.
and it's
So where
unpredictable,
did this
so he gets
so-called
you,
second
right?
growth spurt come from? After further questioning by the doctor, it was revealed that about a month earlier, while walking his dog, the man saw his dog eating its own feces. Out of sheer curiosity, the man decided to eat some himself. Unexpectedly, after doing so, he grew 10 centimeters taller. So why would eating dog feces
I
cause
secondarily
someone to grow
developed
taller?
inermoma
Later,
last
experts
night,
responded
chat.
to the incident, explaining that dog feces contain special microorganisms and nutrients that may have stimulated the man's growth hormones, leading to the increase in height. Now the
Be right back,
question
chat.
is, can dog feces really make you grow taller?
Chat, I'm not gonna scare you because this has a lot of views, right? Overall, it has a lot of views. Imagine, chat, and the amount of people. Okay, chat. Let's think about the size of this, chat. How many people do you think actually went out and took some other dog shit and had a
smoking stream when? Smoking stream when?
Yeah, at
My
least
goldfish
20.
drowned on a walk. Could I get a welcome to the jungle?
At least.
I'm 5
10, 20.
feet 6
I agree.
inches. How much I got to eat to be 6 feet? Yo X,
comments?
41 months. Big juicer, you ever played golf? Plus, can I get a welcome to the jungle 07?
Yummy.
Interesting.
Is the
I
fish
can
still
swallow
alive?
you like that bird, chat.
He's still alive.
There's no shot. What?
Yummy. How's he gonna digest all that though? The bones and
what
the
else?
skin and all that. The skull.
Bro.
It's the Electro Wizard.
X, why do you not equip your diamond chain anymore?
It's actually working.
Anymore, that much. That works sometimes.
XQCLL.
Ah, nice.
You shall die.
57. XQCL.
Holy.
Chat, how about a funny link today? Just one funny link. Can we get chat? No? I don't get it. How is it geeked?
Have no
He needs to run the car. Like I said, cocaine, nicotine, meth. It's all so underrated.
Sleep with socks. Or sleep
Overhated.
barefoot.
Barefoot?
Barefoot. I sleep full naked.
Have a Have a lisp or have a lazy eye.
Lisp.
Lazy eye.
Lisp.
I think you fixed the
You
lazy
know
eye,
what?
no?
Or reject.
Because lisp is only annoying to other people. Or you spit on people, you sound ugly.
Always be itchy or always be
But
sticky.
having eye issues fucking sucks.
Sticky.
Itchy.
Never in your life have children or have children with the first person that comes
Okay,
up
never
when you
then.
click
Really,
share
dude?
and more.
Never.
Really, dude? Really? Really?
Be abducted by humans or be abducted by aliens.
2.
Aliens. It's kind of a no-brainer, no? Yeah, I mean, like, either
Chat,
guaranteed
chat, why
you're
would they
gonna
be
probably die
They probably
in
want
some
to know
horrible
more about
way,
it.
or
It's more in your brain
at
to
least you
extract
die in a horrible way, but you
or
get to
then
see
they
aliens,
do,
man.
Like, stuff on you.
Waffles.
Pancakes. Dude, what?
Pancakes it will warm.
Dude. Burgers, but I like hot dogs though.
But I
French
think
fries
waffles more
or
generally
onion
because you
rings.
eat them
Dude,
both warm
don't
and
bother.
cold.
French fries, don't bother.
Pancakes cold are just bad.
Comment I love God or reject
Why
the
does
offer.
he keep saying that?
Ice cream or cake?
Cake.
Dude, that's impossible, chat. That's impossible. Chat, there's too many kinds. Yeah, I can
Cake, you can do
only
way more
prescribe
with
that you can
cake,
say format,
and
that's
I
literally
think
what I
just
said.
cold is bad.
I
Like, dude, the fact that ice cream is ice cold,
Yeah,
that's the
chat
worst
box.
part of ice cream. Right, that's the only negative, really. Besides the
Well
health. But it's just...
Um,
better one,
Yeah, I saw
it's
that.
room temperature.
Bulls are out of timeouts. 2 seconds left. Giddy for the win.
Massive. Yeah. It's pure luck.
Unbelievable. Impossible. Magic. Unbelievable. Impossible. Magic Giddy. Good day, mate. Somewhere in Australia, Sydney, or Melbourne, Paul Hogan is...
Oh, that's funny. Anyway, what else then? What else? Dude, I'm not sure how you've seen this, no? What? Okay, that's fucking
got home
insane.
from work.
Nate Chubbs Tim's that man thumbnail request. Dude, I saw that. Do Spider-Man make me look cool? Does Spider-Man make me look fat? Make
It's just
me look
AI, no?
like aura. Make me look like him. Chat, was this before chat? Nah. Holy.
That's my goat. Agamotto. He's the goat. And the goat is still massive. And we have to glaze the goat. So glaze the goat is good. Now glaze the goat as I've glazed him before. Yeah, we just watched this, no? No. It's better with just now, right? Get it done.
Anyway. What else we got there, chat?
It's the same thing
Is
anyway.
anything crazy, chat? Any drama? Anything impressive? I thought it was bad, I'm not gonna lie. Holy shit. Stop that. Chat, stop that. Stop.
It's for disabled people.
Chat, this is like a sidewalk cleaner. You ever seen one of those before, chat? They're kinda cute.
I like
Lemonade.
I like cocoa tea. It's like it's herbal tea with cocoa plants. So it's just like tea,
Chad.
but instead of caffeine, it's got cocaine
Chad.
in it. That's just better, to be honest. Yeah.
First test: can chimpanzees count from
Yo, Dylan, are you new to the stream? We've seen it like 10,000 times.
1 to 9 in the right order
Beep beep beep
in
beep beep
return
beep
for a
beep beep
peanut
beep.
or other tasty reward? Yes, they can. Now, if you just flash the 9 numerals for a moment, then cover them, can a chimpanzee remember where each
Because
numeral
they have a
was and
stronger,
still
like
get
a
the order they were
working
in
memory or
right?
whatever.
Yep.
Yes,
I don't know what
for
memory it is.
another tasty treat. This chimp got this wrong once. but thought nothing of it, and, undaunted, went right back to getting them all correct. Now,
yeah, they don't have to
Flash
stress
asked
the debuff.
some of the 9 numerals, then cover them. Can a chimp A
Right,
remember
people always
where each
optimize,
was
but
and
for
be
how much energy they have,
though some were missing?
how much they're gonna spend,
Yes.
and all that. People are way more complex. These dudes, they just spend everything right away, and then for the rest of the day, they just eat and sleep. They don't do anything a day, man.
That's actually insane.
Right,
I
I'm
forgot about that.
out here 12 hours a day, min-maxing, making something out of nothing, glazing the goat, and so this chimp just has nothing to do in his day. It gets fed all that. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. On the right, yeah? Good. Up. No, bottom right. Wait, I didn't pay attention. I know it. Boom. It goes like this. Yo. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. Good, good. Okay, I know it. Boop, 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 boop.
Oh,
Boop.
yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
Wom, wom. Hold on. Just ready?
Go.
It's wom.
Go up. Go, 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 go. You there? No, no. Wait, you got it.
Chat.
Oh, I thought it was gonna go there
I
first.
more than that.
Alright, you go here.
I've done all the way to chat.
Boom, boom, boom.
23.
Right, boom, 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 boom.
Something like that.
Boom, boom,
Well,
boom,
I'm not
boom,
doing shit.
boom, boom,
This
boom.
takes hours.
Boom,
Chat,
boom, boom.
This takes actually hours. But this is not even a real chimp test. The chimp test is the fact that it only flashes in your eyes.
Yeah, the chimp test, it doesn't let you choose when, right? You just flash it. It doesn't let you choose when.
Okay.
That's just average.
Hey, not bad. Hold on.
Yeah, that's average.
Chat, listen,
For his
in my
age,
last
it's
10
pretty good
tests
for his
average,
age,
I don't
yeah.
think I've ever gone. It's always less than 160. I've never.
I remember I got
I'm better or whatever.
I got 70 milliseconds
I think
once, but
the
I
last
had
all
cocaine,
about
so
115
that's
under.
just not
That's why I got like a
right, yeah.
148 average.
Right, it's these type of tests with humans. It very much depends on the state of mind you have. At one time you get 120. If you're really locked in, you can just play the game for not enough time to get exhausted, but enough time to get fucking laced in your head, right? But if you just do it out of the blue, you're gonna be terrible. Right, you get 200, like with Forsen, he got 200 the first time, and then got the stable 140 after. It's just you gotta get into it. You gotta get into the state of mind, yeah.
What is that?
跑马灯出现，当机前推自动吸水，吸满水自动停止，当点当发，一键切换脉冲模式，仪表盘会显示脉冲水档。
Water meter.
当机3秒发射脉冲水柱，发射时灯光会随着水柱发射出去。
Recoil though.
Damn. Chat, did they always make him do the intro like that?
It's really cool. These are ugly street cats, man. Ugly.
Interesting.
Ugly.
That's actually funny. Anyway, chat, what else we have today?
What about Peter File?
So, Philadelphia?
So, like a
The balding. Is that Japan? Where's this?
Chat,
No,
what
that's
the
not Japan.
fuck is that?
Right, in Japan, what they do is
On my spine, brother!
they put this concrete at the bottom here. They put it on the walls.
Oh, hey, how you doing, miss? Are you like Dr. Martin type shit? Like, there's no actual doctors here. I'm sorry.
The company
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a trash ass line. I'm sorry for that.
Step back, one-legged. What kind of shot is that? Have you ever shot that shot? Do you work
I
on
do.
that shot?
It's just fake. It's cringe.
Please, I want to tell you something. What? Because you see my students outside, and they are very like you, and they want to take photo with
Tell them
you.
to come in. Tell them to come in.
It's okay?
Yeah, tell your students to come in.
哦，那个，无情，让孩子都进来吧。
I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna change. You're
Being on your
regret
phone
this.
doesn't mean checking your messages for 16 hours a day. That's just not. That's just not relatable at all. Right? Just because I'm on my PC doesn't mean I'm on Discord. I'm not opening up Discord and letting it run the whole time, right? This makes no sense.
I can't do that. I can't do that. That's like doing a flare or whatever. It's not
Yeah, you need crazy hip flexibility and strength.
I'm in the P, running exotic. Cap that nigga know he ain't not about it. To that fuck boy back the lobby. They want shot me, they come on and shot me. They want lobby. They want shot me, they come on and shot me. They want shot me, they come on and do it. Papa was locked in.
He's just enjoying the sunlight, man.
Hey, yo, Vern, when you were a kid, did you ever blow bubbles?
Yeah.
Well, he's back in town. I heard he's looking for you.
You nasty mother.
No, I get it.
Oh, I get it. I didn't get it.
I got it, yeah.
لا إله إلا الله أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق حصنت نفسي بلا إله إلا الله لا 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 لا
Like prop hunt, yeah.
Stare in the middle for a crazy optical illusion.
Chat.
I'm staring.
I'm not doing it. Chat. Everybody, okay. I got you, chat. I'm gonna save you.
I'm
Everybody
staring.
Move back from the screen. Everybody move back. That's because I care, chat.
I don't see anything though, what? Usually you're gonna see it shrinking, like an effect. Hey! He's the goat! Actually, he's the goat. He's the goat. Yeah, it's actually TikToks. He makes these 1 hour long videos. I have another video, 40 minutes, 38 minutes. It's stay-at-home dad, husband,
39-year-old financial consultant
murders guy, and then tries to get away with it by acting.
Nearly as interested in being on TV, so she refused to sign off on the program, which resulted in David beating and then strangling her to death in the early hours of the following morning. He called 911 roughly 12 hours later at 3:51 p.m.
Hello? Okay, listen to me. Can you tell me what your address is?
Police and paramedics soon arrived at the residence, where they were met with a hysterical David performing CPR on Shanti in the living room. His immediate explanation was that he found her lying unconscious in a partially filled bathtub, bleeding from the nose and mouth. He was then taken to the police station as a witness, where they swapped out his blood-stained clothing for a custody suit. He was also given a water, a blanket, and a box of tissues, then taken to room 6, where he was reassured that someone would be right with him to answer his questions, which wasn't entirely true. He was left in there by himself for 4 hours and 9 minutes before he knocked on the door to use the bathroom.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to bother you. May I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
It wouldn't take a genius to recognize that David's behavior is already suspicious. Ask yourself if you'd be acting like this in the scenario he's claiming to be in. You find your significant other unresponsive in a bathtub. Then police leave you in a cold room for 4 hours without telling you anything. You might just ask someone, what the hell is going on? Or what the status of your wife is, and you probably wouldn't be all that polite and apologetic for just trying to use the bathroom. He returns from the bathroom and sits there for another 3 minutes. The detectives will now enter the room to commence the interrogation. The time is 9:08 p.m.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
I'm Detective Sprague. Can I get your first name?
First name is David.
David? Okay. We're gonna grab another chair.
Okay.
Did you need something?
I was just asking for a bottle of water.
Okay, we can grab you.
Thank you.
Have you been to the restroom?
I just want.
You just want? Okay. How about anything else? Anything else?
I'm starving. A cracker or just something.
You and
just
me
with some
both.
salt, right?
Did you eat lunch?
Cracker?
Don't be fooled by the detective's disposition. They're already certain that David has committed either first or second
He didn't say
degree murder,
cunt, he said
but they
cracker.
don't quite have enough evidence to place him under arrest, which is why they need a confession. David at this moment is still free to walk out of that police station, so the detectives will keep the tone sympathetic and non-confrontational for the time being to keep him on that chair. They'll afford him the false belief they are buying into his act as the grieving husband, but as soon as he gives them his initial version of events, the pressure will rapidly accelerate. In a manner
Chat, if you actually were to walk out, yeah, technically you can. If you were to walk out, wouldn't they also be able to say, well, we have kind of enough. There seems to be signs of foul play. Or the last one was, yeah, you're now a suspect, or whatever, or you were now you're never staying back. I feel like they have enough to keep him for sure. Definitely.
that David is in no way anticipating.
What would you like to eat? And I'll
You don't need proof. Probable cause should be enough.
Just like saltines or peanut butter crackers.
Anything like that? Okay, that's not a problem. We'll be right back.
Here's your water, buddy. Thank you, I appreciate it.
I can take that one.
Yes.
Not acting weird. It's just, I mean, there's signs of foul play. I mean,
I'm with you. I haven't eaten since this morning. I'm sorry this is taking so long. You are David, I believe? Okay, all right. I'm Detective Teresa Sprague, and this is Detective Barb McClelland.
Hey.
First of all, on behalf of the Atlanta Police Department, we want to say how sorry we are for your loss.
So this is the first, out of a total 11, of David's fake cries. Their intensity level will peak about halfway through this video, during some of the more embarrassing performances you're ever likely to witness on the internet. But from that moment on, you'll notice these acts steadily diminish, as the detective makes it more and more abundantly obvious that she knows he's lying.
David, and also for everything that you're going through. I know this is very traumatic for you, okay?
They start by collecting David's basic information.
Okay, blonde or brown hair? Blue. Okay. Okay. Hazel eyes, maybe?
I'll take hazel.
Blue? Hazel? Okay.
They're dirty, but yeah.
Okay. Is there a home phone?
There is.
Okay.
I can't remember the last four digits. It's 407. The next three are usually 704, the opposite. And I never call it.
The next three are 704?
It's 407, 704, and then I think it's 2808. It might be 2406, but I have it in my phone. I haven't. We've had it since we were at Briarcliff.
And when did you move to Florida?
In 2013.
Oh, what do you know that?
About 5 months after I met Shanti.
Did you meet her here or there?
I met online.
You met online? Okay. Can you tell me what year that was?
It was 2013.
2013 is when you met online?
Yeah.
Okay. And about 5 months later, did you move here and move in with her, or just move here?
Hold on. It doesn't have to be porn acting yet, because these questions aren't trap questions. They're pretty easy. They're pretty whatever. He doesn't have to lie to answer that. So the amount of focus that he has to do that will take him away from the crying, whatever, right? Probably isn't fake. He could probably do it naturally. It's whenever they ask tough questions where you have to lie, you'll see that it's completely different. So I don't think it's porn acting yet.
Accurate as possible.
Well, it's still acting, but I mean,
So
it'll
you guys
probably
know each other
pretty
approximately
good.
5 years this
I would
month?
assume. They explain that in other videos. So.
I've never been more in love. We're so happy.
Okay. If you don't, I know you've probably never been through anything like this in your life, okay? And I'm going to help you get through it. So if you have questions, you want to stop me,
I agree.
please do so.
It doesn't fit the fact that she's murdered or yeah.
But I do need you to understand your rights before we ask you about anything that happened in that home today, okay? All right. You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand that? I'm sorry?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. Anything you say may be used against you in court. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
She did it right.
Absolutely. Okay. All right.
As
So
in
I need you to we're going to continue kind of down this path about how you all met. I know you met on Match.com, and about 5 months of what would it be, telephone, text, and
Now welcome me to the jungle, or else
we just
people
started every other weekend.
They hit it off, moved in together, then went looking for a house to buy in Florida.
We had an offer on a short sale and waited and waited and waited, and it fell through. And then we closed on the house on Copeland in April of 2015.
so that you guys own the house free and clear. Is your name only on it, or was it both of yours?
When we bought the house, we weren't married, and so we put it in a trust, and we just completed the trust paperwork.
He put the house in his and his mother's names while leaving his wife out of it for, quote, planning and financial reasons. He asserts the decision was mutual, but whether Shanti actually knew about this or not is unclear.
And you've been, so once you moved to Florida, you've been living together the whole time.
Well, I
just
mean-
home to home, just with the phone.
Well, I mean, you would know if your name is on something. You have to sign it. You have to partake in it. You have to be part in the process, or whatever. I mean, also, yeah. What?
What's on Briarcliff and then this residence? But you've been together the whole time. Have you ever broken up?
We had a couple fights. I think when
Yeah. If you say as a couple, we own the house, whatever, right? And you never sign anything. I mean, dude,
we were living
I'm not playing Warzone chat.
We spent a few nights apart.
He says that he just spent a few nights with his mom, then drifts off into a statement about how Shanti was dedicated to work. The detective will now cut him off and steer the line of questioning back to the argument.
But she's
So when you guys would argue, when you would go to your mom's, it was just because she was busy all the time, or what would the beef be?
The work had a lot of stress involved, and she would sometimes. We always agreed, later that she was just overworked and tired, and
So she'd get a little snippy or short or yell or scream, what?
just irritable, just irritability. And sometimes it just that's not really, I don't really do that. It's not really, I just stand there and So I just, I would just say, when we take a break, or just let it, a little cool down period. And every time we did it, we came back. I think we only did it twice, but we were stronger.
Okay. And has that happened since you moved where you are now? Because now we've got the added stress of the renovation.
No, we love it. We love the...
This is Keith Ory, the producer of the house flipping show that David wanted to be on.
When you would be interacting with the Torontos related to your work on the house and also the show, who was your primary point of contact?
Oh, Dave was. He would communicate her desires. I would see her, but it was more like Dave's full-time job, almost, I guess I would say.
Did you ever know during your time that you knew Dave to have any other job?
I was aware that he had explained to me that he had worked for a chemical company up north somewhere.
I actually never knew what Dave did for a living. When my husband had asked him, he said he was into sales, but I don't really know what that means.
David never worked in sales or at a chemical company. You're now about to see Keith explain that he insisted on having a formal sit-down with Shanti to make sure that she was fully on board.
It was difficult to get them both together.
Sorry,
but
there's something in my eye.
Ultimately, that we couldn't go forward if I wasn't able to sit down with them both.
Ultimately, you're able to get this sit-down scheduled. Tell the jury about that meeting.
I arrived at the house to meet Dave and Shanti, and she was... by my estimation, unhappy to be there, and it was in a sort of a tense state. It was obvious that she was unhappy with something, and she was only there as long as she absolutely had to be, and then left.
This all occurred 6 days before Shanti was murdered.
We love what we're doing to the house. We love the vision that we had for the house. It's totally,
Yeah, but how did he even buy the house to put it in his name, though? The guy had no job.
Of course, what she wanted so bad. It made me happy. It made her happy. It was a thing that we did together. She wanted to quit her job when we got the house done, or just kind of, slowly phase out of it. She thought, a couple of times that she would really need to take a break, and definitely slow down, and definitely not add a whole lot more work, but she could do more if she wanted to. I'm sorry, I can't talk about it any faster.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, that's
and that's very normal. That's very normal. Because you're not going to process this for a really long time. So I know it feels like a really bad day.
Now notice how quickly he manages to pull himself out of the depths of despair and into casually talking about his house flipping show.
Keith also... Our lives are busy. I'm so sorry. I know you're asking simple questions, but Keith does a TV show, Home Improvement.
Keith, the guy you mentioned, Ory? Okay.
It's called Zombie House Flipping.
Keith asked them to be on the show.
Which meant that we would get a lot of what they call trade-outs and promotional sponsorship to do.
Any financial incentive to do that?
Big. That's what they call trade-out. I'm sorry, that's what they call trade-outs. So their sponsors, that's one of the things I was working on yesterday, was putting together a list of the sponsorships, the windows, doors, cabinets, and so maybe instead of getting granite, you get quartz, or maybe instead of getting, middle range cabinets, you get high-end stuff. And
full Yapatan.
We're also working on kind of just an amazing open concept stairway in the middle of the house that was going to go all the way up to the loft.
And so they'd come in and start filming?
Mm-hmm.
Would they film you all or just the work?
No. Yeah, it's just the house. They're the stars.
Pay no attention to David's no. He fully understood that he would be featured prominently on the show as the main builder construction guy. The so-called stars he's talking about are the hosts. The detective will now establish a timeline.
So when she comes home Sunday, it's you, Jackson, and Shanti, and you just stay at home and have a pool get together?
We only have them every other Sunday. It's our family day, and we do like to have an early meal, watch a movie.
So Do you recall Sunday night about what time everybody goes to sleep since you're all
We
in
go
the
to
same
bed
room?
early on school nights, so 8:30 we're winding down. 9 o'clock lights are low.
Shanti's son gets picked up the next day at around 5 p.m.
5 p.m.-ish, okay. All right, and then do you guys go anywhere, do anything, or you stay at home?
I think we made dinner together that night. And,
So that would have been Monday night. Did you watch TV?
I did.
Any idea what?
American Idol.
Okay, so you wake up Tuesday morning and you're in the garage on the couch?
Mm-hmm. I usually wait for her to come down. She came down after 7 o'clock, probably.
Now he has to lock in.
Almost 7:30.
Shanti went back upstairs, and David started doing chores around the house. He's now about to mention the last time he supposedly saw Shanti alive, and then break into another fake hysteric. Yet this time, he will get no reassuring feedback from the detective, and the charade will rapidly dissipate.
She's gonna push him.
When she came out again. I'm so sorry.
Yo, I didn't DM you skills. Is somebody hack my account?
She came down again, and what happened?
Oh, I know it's gonna be live.
And I've thought about it. I've tried to think exactly what time it is, but I don't know exactly. I would say probably 9:15. And the reason I know that is
She said she was going to the dentist, and he said he was going for a walk. He now attempts another fake cry, but gets ignored again.
And
Did you take the dogs for a walk?
I went for a walk.
By yourself?
By myself.
And where'd you go?
I went around Lake Lucerne and I went to Orange.
He comes back home and feeds the dogs.
That's all that I can remember until I went upstairs to see when we were going to pick up Jackson.
Okay, and what happens when you enter the home? Is anything unusual? When you enter the garage apartment?
So, I could hear the water is running, but it's not running. It's not like the sound of a shower running. It's just, it's trickling out of the spout.
Okay, and so you walk toward the water that you're hearing?
Yeah, walking to the bathroom.
Okay.
Just in case you didn't catch the passive-aggressive nature of that response, here it is again without subtitles.
So you walk toward the water that you're hearing?
Yeah, walking to the bathroom.
Okay.
Just look at David's face. Poor David really doesn't want to be getting grilled like this anymore. Keep in mind it's almost 11 p.m. He likely didn't get a whole lot of sleep the night before, and he's been acting his ass off all throughout the day. He'll at this point be exhausted, and want nothing more than to get out of that police station.
Jack,
but he doesn't want to challenge that he...
Usually, JCS, most of the time, JCS doesn't have to push or reach to make a point. I feel like he's a bit of reaching here. I don't see it as much.
Losing her approval. Hence, he throws out a weak little display of passive aggression to see if she'll pick up on the hint, but it of course gets ignored. She will simply continue pressing with an unsympathetic tone, which will cause David to revert back to appeasement. He will then begin recounting the horrific circumstances under which he supposedly found Shanti. And as this unfolds, you will see a glaring disparity in David's emotional presentation.
The doors open, and what happens? What do you see?
I see her laying with her head in the right-hand corner, and it's just extremely awful, and it doesn't look natural. Obviously, she fell or something happened.
But you did shut off the water.
I did shut off the water and it drained, which tells me...
Jeez, this guy.
I could hear it draining when I pulled her out. I could hear. So that so I guess that's
this is
all weird, right? Because she's in there. The water's on and it's draining. It doesn't make any. It just doesn't make sense.
And it's not on all the way. It's on how
like lukewarm, so just past half.
And she's face down. So the first thing you do is what, if you recall?
I reached out and grabbed her. I reached out and touched her right arm. The water is rose colored, so there's blood in the water itself. Mm-hmm. I can see a spot of blood.
And you pull her by the arms?
So I grabbed someplace on her arm. I tried to get kind of under it a little bit.
And you said she seemed stiff?
Yeah. hard to move.
There's something so incredibly unnerving in the sound of the casual crunching of his snack as he recounts in precise detail the limp and lifeless body of his wife, so we'll spare you the rest of it.
I had to pull her and turn her a couple of times. Then she felt cold. You asked how she felt. She felt cold.
She felt cold.
I grabbed the,
You grabbed the what?
We had, when we did the bedding, we took the mattress cover off to wash it.
The detective asks David to draw a map for the purpose of illustrating the timeline of his movements. She will now shift the line of questioning and begin to gradually intensify the pressure.
When was the last time that you...
I like to do that.
Very briefly on Saturday, right before we left.
The argument was over the renovation. David likely admitted to this because Shanti's son was there for it.
The upstairs floor was very wavy, and the point of contention probably was, do we tear all of that out and put in new structure and trusses so we have a perfectly flat floor and then a perfectly flat ceiling?
She's pretty good.
But
Her body language, everything.
If Shanti and I are both on the same page and we're both just in agreement and upset reasonably and justifiably upset that it's taking longer, Shanti and I aren't fighting about it. We're both upset about the same thing.
Does she feel as though you don't listen to her?
No, I don't think so. She knows I listen.
Has any fight ever turned physical between the two of you?
No.
Okay. Has she ever hurt you, hit you, struck you, threw anything at you?
No.
No. Have you ever harmed her physically?
No.
David continues to pretend that he doesn't notice the accusatory nature of the questioning, so the detective will now intensify the pressure to a significant degree.
She seems to shed.
Her injuries to me, David, seem really significant. More significant than from a soft tissue fall. More significant than from me tripping and falling and hitting my head and being knocked unconscious.
She elaborates on the inconsistencies while David just sits there and nods.
No way.
The issue I'm having with it is I absolutely think that she was deceased before you left to go to the park.
She repeats what she said a few more times, while David just keeps doing what he's doing.
So no cry?
Okay, so I think that you've told us a significant amount of information. You've been very cooperative. But I also think that you've left some stuff out.
Wow.
And I think you've left some stuff out that is maybe something got out of hand. Maybe you didn't mean for it to happen. Maybe you got upset. Maybe
Jack, she's doing that deliberately, right? Like turn up the pressure at this point, because I feel like she could have gotten this information out of this thing without being confrontational at all. Like, she could have gotten the same exact dialogue.
Something that happened between the two of you before you left.
Now she's gonna start doing the this doesn't add up thing.
She was deceased, or on her way to being deceased, before you left that house. Now, if there's an explanation, I want to hear it.
I told you everything.
Yeah, but you've left out something, David, because this woman has significant injuries. Okay, this is not from a fall. Did you harm Shanti in any way?
Absolutely not.
Did you choke her?
Absolutely not.
Did you strangle her?
Without question, no.
Did you beat her?
No.
Did you hit her with anything?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Do you have injuries?
I do not. I do have some scratches.
I thought she was going to give him a way out, like the...
Okay.
Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Maybe it was self-defense or whatever, and he would have went for it.
Aside from the scratches from his plants, David had no injuries that could indicate a struggle. But this might explain why.
You noticed a single earring on the nightstand?
A single what?
A single diamond earring on the nightstand.
Yes.
Yeah, what was the significance of that?
Looks like she removed it before bed and didn't get a chance to remove the other one.
Because you believe that's when the attack occurred.
On the edge of the bed, where the blood was found on the side rail. Yes. And I think when she turned to take that earring out, she didn't see it coming.
Would you mind, just for me to be able to say David is a perfect gentleman and is in the clear and did not harm his wife, would you mind taking a polygraph and proving that to us?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would that be a possibility? Yeah. Okay.
He's gonna say, well, next time maybe or something.
The detective
No way.
asks David if he wants another water, to which he says, sure. So she brings him a water and tells him they'll be right back with a polygraph machine. But instead of coming right back, they leave him in there for just over 2 hours, during which time they decide not to proceed with the polygraph, but simply ramp up the confrontation.
Kind of missed that timing a little bit, though.
Hi. You doing okay?
Yeah, it's just.
Did you sleep a little?
I did.
I know you've got to be exhausted. Or at least mentally. Yeah.
I just want to point out some things to you that I think are unusual. There's so many, I really don't know where to begin, to be perfectly honest with you. I think that I find that the living arrangement, I find to be completely unusual for you to be primarily living downstairs.
I'm not primarily living downstairs.
Well, sleeping.
What I said is that I sleep down there, but I don't go down until we're done with dinner, we're done watching TV, or we're done for the evening.
Okay, just hear me out.
Okay.
So you don't go upstairs during the day while she's working. You leave her alone, and then
Not entirely. I do go up there.
Okay.
But I don't work up there while she's on the phone because it's distracting. It's her office. I think that I've explained extremely well. She didn't sleep. She did, but you said.
He continues defending the fact that he was exiled to the garage.
I think it's an adjustment and a transition that she didn't feel like she could make right now because she couldn't afford the time that it would take.
But she's sleeping in the only part of the residence that's semi-comfortable. You're sleeping in the garage with the dogs.
how do you explain this woman's head being swollen, her eyes being black?
And would never, ever hurt her.
So when you pulled her out of the tub, you agreed with me that the water came out of the tub. There's not a spot of water on the floor, David. The carpet isn't wet. The carpet isn't wet from where she was pulled out of the bathtub, sopping wet, all the way around to the front of the couch. The carpet's not wet. There's no blood on the carpet.
Notice how little David moves compared to the detective. It doesn't correlate with anything in particular. It's just sort of interesting to watch.
My guess is she wasn't treating me very well. And there's only so much anyone can take before they snap.
I appreciate the very kind things that you've said.
What?
The smile's probably just camera angle
You're moving, but I'm missing it.
from above.
It's really loud.
Look at
but
this.
I missed what you said because you're talking so loud.
I'm sorry, it's falling out.
Doesn't look like I'm smiling.
I appreciate the things that you've said and the genuine consideration and thoughtfulness.
Looks a little bit more like I'm smiling,
David,
right?
you killed this woman.
I cooperated so I could give you all the information and all
You cooperated because you thought that your language would overwhelm us,
not
and you
at
thought
all.
you could pull the wool over our eyes.
I don't think there was any effort to do that.
All of this, all these tangents, all this flowery,
Tangents
fancy
were
language,
answers to
all the
questions that you
details.
asked. To questions that you asked.
You know, you fake cried for about 7 or 8 hours today.
Not one tear came out of your eyes. Not one. Not one. Not on the scene with the officers. Not in this room. You have fake cried over this woman's death since we made contact with you.
Jeez.
For hours.
Tell
And
'em.
every single time you fake cried, we wrote it down. Not one tear came out of your eyes. Not one. Nope. Okay? We've been extremely patient with you for a very long time. I am losing my patience at this point because there is not a lick of remorse for what you did to this woman. Not even a little bit. You're staring at a woman you're telling us you're in love with, and you've done nothing the whole time. But close your eyes, huddle up, and protect your own ass.
Now he's gonna lawyer up him.
So we're just gonna prove you're full of shit and solve this case. And I'm glad you think that's funny. I'm glad you think that's
You
funny.
might take the bait and actually keep talking.
The investigators would exit the room shortly after this moment, at 4:56 a.m. David would then sit there for a little over 2 hours before finally asking to go home. But before being driven back by one of the officers, they asked him if they could take his photograph. He cheerfully obliged. Judging by his expression, he may have thought he had just gotten away with murder, but a grand jury indicted him 4 months later, and he was arrested at his mother's house. When he was told he was facing life imprisonment, and that the evidence against him was overwhelming, he started acting crazy, and went for the insanity defense. He was then sent to a maximum security psych unit, where he spent 5 years before a judge ruled him competent to stand trial. This is what he looked like on the day he was transferred back to jail. His trial
You
began.
guys are classic, but champ, guys, they say every time I watch these videos, that's worse. It is genuinely worse. Like people think, oh, insanity means that I don't go to jail. Nah, they go to a worse place.
Began on October 12th and lasted 6 days. He maintained his plea of not guilty, with his official defense being that he was out of the house walking the dogs while an unknown intruder broke in and murdered Shanti.
You heard about the sleeping arrangement. You heard how the defendant was sleeping in the garage with the dogs while Shanti was staying in the one-bedroom apartment, separate and apart from him. And this had been going on, for over a year. This was an intentional killing. A random stranger that comes into a house isn't going to, take the time that it takes to strangle a person, to move them to a tub. Not take anything? Doesn't make any sense. Leave no sign behind, no fingerprints, no DNA? That doesn't make any sense. You have the severe beating of Shanti. You have the injuries to both sides of her face. You have the fractured skull, the swollen shut eye, the damaged eye on the other side. You saw the, intense bruising and bleeding in both sides of her mouth. This was a beating. So at some point in that beating, the defendant, and you can infer this from the facts, intended to cause the death. And he did it with a premeditated design. We ask that you convict him of first-degree murder. Thank you.
The defense mainly tries to evoke empathy for the defendant, but it ends up just roasting the fake crazy out of him.
Is that his I feel like it's like those little character thing, like nice guy, bow tie. I don't.
Shanti's the only
you think that plays a big role or not?
The income. She's the breadwinner. He does nothing other than take care of the pool and the dogs. It's about circumstantial evidence, pure supposition, all steered by Teresa Sprague, who prejudged this case based upon a phone call received from her from an officer at the scene about these crocodile tears. This is just a hunch, ladies and gentlemen. A hunch. If you hear horses, if you hear hooves, think horses, not zebras, sort of thing. Because that's the point. You don't get to fit a square peg in a round hole because it's convenient. And that's what happened here. With the rush to judgment, with the confirmation.
It's that sort of thing, chat. Me and you are both done. We didn't catch it.
Bias. Those two detectives went into a room with David Tronis and worked him over. He sat there for 16 hours, bared his soul to them, literally and figuratively, told them what he knew, told them what he saw. The government's the one spinning here.
Then flex
the
that
government's
Timex.
the one taking the insignificant and stacking them into a pyramid. And I'm confident that after carefully deliberating that you'll come back and return the only just verdict in this case, and that's a verdict of not guilty. Thank you.
Alright, he's just saying shit. That's the summary. He's saying shit desperately.
Dated at Orlando County, Orange County, Florida, on the 18th day of October 2023, signed by the foreperson.
In the midst of this tragedy, Shanti's impact as a mother was shown through her son Jackson. His victim impact statement was both heartrending and dignified.
My family and I have been waiting for about 5 years for justice. I miss her so much. I would have never thought the day before was the last time I would see my mother alive. I miss the times where we would go to Universal, or just the simple times, like walking the dogs or going to the park. She was the best mom I could ever ask for. That's it.
Defense, any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Jackson. Mr. Tronis, anything you wish to say prior to sentencing? I think you just said no, is that right? Then in this case,
no.
The court will adjudicate you guilty. We'll sentence you to life imprisonment. Luck to you, sir. And the court will be in recess.
This is his latest mugshot. He is currently being housed at the Graceville Correctional Facility in maximum security, where he is expected to remain.
GG.
Bald. Alright. I think that's it for today. Hey, remember,
From majestic Quebecois
excuse the
over-
goat. The goat is still massive. We have to glaze the goat for glazing the goat. Now glaze the goat as I've glazed him before.